Hello, and welcome to another episode of Uncharted Success, the podcast. I am your host, Henrietta Deny, and I'm excited for today's episodes because we'll be jumping into one of the real stories from Uncharted Success. Whether you're watching me or listening to me, thank you for being with us today. Now, before I dive into today's episode, I want to ask you this. Have you ever felt stuck? Whether it's a situation you've outgrown, whether it's a job or your mindset, how did that make you feel? Have you overcome it yet? If you haven't overcome it, what is the one thing that is really holding you back? Have you sought out for other opportunities? That's Rachel's story that I'm trying to get into it without getting into it, if you know what I mean. See, many of us, including myself, feel stuck most of the time because of our mindset. But you know what? Let me just get to the story and let's get to the bottom of what I'm trying to say. You might be looking at your current situation and thinking, I am not where I want to be yet. Well, let me tell you something. That it's okay. In fact, it is more than okay. It is where everyone starts. The difference between where you are now and where you want to be will come down to one thing: the decision you make today. Look at Rachel, for instance. At 34, she found herself stuck in a job that did not align with her long-term vision. Despite her passion for helping others with mental health challenges through her case management career, which spanned over the course of 10 years, Rachel quickly realized she felt unfulfilled, even though she had a supportive husband and a young child. Even though she had a successful career in the healthcare industry, Rachel understood that true growth required stepping out of her comfort zone and embracing new opportunities. I want to stop here with our read because I believe there's a lot to unpack in Rachel's story. See, Rachel's life wasn't falling apart. She wasn't frantically searching for a job or needed a place to stay or a car. Rachel was essentially complete. She had a supportive family. She had a job that she loved because she did it for 10 years. Yet inside of her, there was a tiny voice that kept saying, am I made for more? Or is there more out there for me? And that tiny voice was slowly eating her up. As I walked with Rachel, I realized that her biggest setback, or the one thing that was holding her back, was literally her mindset. There were a few things that she was thinking about. My life isn't so bad. What if I step out of my comfort zone and try something new and it fails? Or, you know the saying, the grass isn't greener on the other side. What if I try something and then it causes so much delay in my life, and now I'm over here thinking, what do I need to do? Or why did I even take this step? You see, many of us relate with Rachel because that's how we feel a lot of the time. We are afraid to make the next step. Now, being afraid isn't so much a bad thing. It's only bad when it's holding you back. With Rachel, all we had to do was just have a conversation and look at our other options. And when I mean other options, Rachel is multi-talented. She could have gone in any direction that she wanted. So now I want to ask you this. What is one area in your life that you are feeling stuck? You know what I'm talking about. It could be launching a podcast just like how I'm doing right now. It could be writing a book. It could be applying for a job that is not within the field that you've been working at. It could be trying something completely new. Yes, for me, one of the things that is holding me back essentially is just trying skydiving. It has been on my bucket list for 2 decades. But I'm thinking, what if I try and, I get hurt? But there are other ways to safely do skydiving. And I am not here to promote for you to try skydiving. I'm just sharing my thoughts. Essentially, I want you to just look at whatever is making you sit in your comfort zone. And I want you to make a decision today. It doesn't have to be a big one. It could be, I am making a step outside of my comfort zone. It could be writing a letter to get your writing zone in. It could be, you know what? I'll record short clips for myself to start getting comfortable with the camera. It could be anything else. Or, you know what? I love talking to people. Maybe I will try and put together a webinar on some of the topics that I know other people will benefit. It could be anything, but I want you to take a deep look at your life, deep look at that comfort zone, and make a decision today. Now, as I promised previously, every episode is going to have a put them in the car moment. So today's put them in the car moment is, who do you know in your life that is currently sitting in their comfort zone? I am talking about you've seen a big opportunity that is coming their way, or you can tell that they are content, but there's something more. That twinkle in their eye is just no longer there. I want you to send them a message. And in the message, I want you to say, you do not need to be stuck here. You deserve to want more for yourself. As a matter of fact, the sky is the limit. So shoot for the sky. And I want you to end with, let me know how I can support your dream. Now, I would like to hear from you how this message goes. Because 9 times out of 10, that individual is just waiting for a little push. So please flood me with all your comments and your feedback. I would love to hear some of these success stories. Now, how was today's episode? I hope you enjoyed it. I know we didn't read all of Rachel's story, but I promise you in the next episode, I'll share with you what she did and where she is right now. So until then, stay tight and don't forget this message. It's okay to be stuck. It's okay to be in your comfort zone, but don't let it hold you back. All you need to do is just take a leap of faith or just take one little step. Once you take it, leave the rest into, life's hands, because life is full of surprises. But until you make that bold step, you will never know what is out there for you. Thank you once again for being with me today, and I will see you on the next episode.